Hey everybody, I'm the instructor for your Math 122 course. This is an accelerated course, so it's going to go really fast. So we're going to have to keep up on things. Accelerated Math College Algebra course has a lot of content, and it's going to be really important that you keep up on it. Okay, so don't get discouraged. Every week we go through something is like 2 weeks normally. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. Okay, we have several modules with homework in each and then a quiz at the end of each module. So let's take a look at some things. Okay, I want to talk about the D2L side a little bit. I want to talk about the syllabus a little bit, and I want to talk about the computer program you're going to be using a little bit. So I'm going to first share the D2L site. Your site's going to look a little different than mine because I'm the instructor. And what you'll see if we go through this is you'll see at the top, obviously, we have course, home, content, grades. Those are going to be three important ones for you. Also, activities will be, okay, these are pretty much self-explanatory. Activities will be because once in a while I'll have you upload an assignment. And so that assignment will be here under assignments, and you upload that information here. Okay, so other times you might want to communicate with me. You can use communication. You can email me. I have the list there, and you can communicate with me. And if you do that, you can do that either that way or with the regular email. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now the biggest thing that I want you to know, a couple things. Okay, the news. There'll be news items here almost at least 2 or 3 times a week. I'll put a news item in here. This is going to be the main way I'm going to communicate with you. And I'll communicate with you due dates, reminders, things like that. Course changes if they might occur. You never know what's going to happen in the future. And then the other thing that I want you to know is down here there's a calendar. So if we had some upcoming events, we don't have any yet because the course hasn't technically started. You should note those as well. Those will include the upcoming assignments. Okay, so now let's go to content. And under content is basically our entire course along with other things. So the overview has our syllabus. So I'm going to click that and I'm going to go to our syllabus, and the beginning of our syllabus is just some general information. So I'm going to bypass that and I'm going to go directly to the actual course. Okay, the course syllabus. So if we were meeting face to face, this would be what you would get from me this day. Okay, so Math 122. This semester is 2021, obviously. My name's Tim Allen. It's online. We're an asynchronous course, which means we don't have designated meeting times. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, because the COVID situations, my phone number is really not available. The best way to email me, contact me that way. Office time, okay, I'm going to be available to answer questions via email Monday through Thursday from 8:30 to 11:30 in the morning. Typically, I check my email off and on throughout the day. So if you miss those times, chances are we'll catch up. If not, then we'll catch up during that time the next day. And I do check my email on the weekends too from time to time. Okay, so make sure you communicate with me if you need to. Also, you can set a Zoom session up with me if you're having prompts over a section or something like that, or you have questions that just can't be answered on email. Okay, there's a course prerequisite. Okay, now this is the important part. Textbook and course materials. Okay, so you will need the Alta Newton access code. You can get that code either from the bookstore, but if you haven't purchased it from the bookstore, it's no big deal. You can also access it from them, just following the prompts and paying for it there. You'll need a graphing calculator, preferably a TI 83 or 84. That's what I'm going to be using. If you're not sure if your calculator works, well, you can ask me. Okay. There is no required textbook technically. However, there is a textbook that is free. It's called OpenStax. Math 122 textbook is at that link. Okay, the best version of it is the online version, which is free. But if you're not much into online, you can get a PDF version for free as well. Okay, if you want to print that PDF version out, there's a very nominal cost. I think it's like $9 or something like that. But it's long, so it'd be a lot of paper and a lot of print cartridges for you. And then the third option is to order a hard copy of the OpenStax College Algebra textbook for $40 or so. I think it's $40-ish. Either way, the textbook dovetails into our course material that we have online. I'd recommend not purchasing the actual hard copy textbook and just using the online version if you have to use a textbook. Okay? In the course catalog are the outcomes and objectives as we scroll down. Oops, that's a little too far. Now, we have a total of 7 modules. After each module, there are 7 quizzes. So that means roughly 1 a week. Now, each week we cover stuff is like 2 weeks normally. So you're going to be moving fast. That's why you have to keep up. There are a total of 17 assignments, and those assignments have some meat and potatoes to them. Okay, I cut out some of the things that we didn't have to know, but all the assignments that I give you are minimal that you have to know. So you're going to be working really hard. Okay, don't get discouraged. I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just trying to warn you. So basically, each assignment is worth 20 points. Each quiz is worth 50 points. So we have a total of 690 points available. Okay. So the homework is worth almost as much as the quizzes. In fact, it's almost 50-50. So keep that in mind. Cutting out the homework, cutting out the assignments harms your grades significantly because of that. Okay, now you should turn into modules on their due dates. You should turn into quizzes on their due dates. Okay, you'll see the due dates in the tentative schedule. If you can't do something because you are sick or something of that nature, or a family emergency comes up, please let me know. The way you get through this course is working and keeping up and communicating with me. Okay? We have to communicate well together. Okay? So, our first module starts on the 11th, tomorrow, and runs through the 17th. It's on polynomials, factoring, equations, and graphing. Okay? The quiz overlaps that window a bit from the 15th through the 18th. Okay? So typically you're going to have a few days to do the quiz. Okay? It's going to be a lot of work. Okay? Again, don't get discouraged. Don't get freaked out by the work. It's a lot. I realize that. That's what a accelerated course is. That's the hardest thing about an accelerated course. Okay? So now, let's suppose I'm ready to go. Okay? And I look at the first module. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the Newton coursework here. This is just under the content page. Okay. Under the content page, I see, okay, I can probably click any link, even in the module. It'll take me to, if I have an access code, or if I don't have an access code type prompts, okay, and then it will set me up. You don't need, if you start with the D2L site, you should be able to get on without any other kind of course information, okay? However, after you do that, okay, and you hit module 1, let's take a look at the first assignment. So we have polynomials and factoring. Okay, that covers quite a bit of space. Okay, and then so you hit that and you click launch the tab, and your options are going to be different than mine. I'm the instructor, so I have a couple of different options. I'm going to preview like you do. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. So that'll be our first question. It asks you to multiply this out, and then you provide the answer down here. Okay. And you provide the answer with this. Let me go to full screen here. Hopefully you can see when I go to full screen. And then I provide it appropriately. Okay, so I multiply this out, and I probably am going to do that on paper. Okay, after I do that, and I provide the answer, I'm going to cheat a little bit and give it the answer. It'll tell me. Okay, so now let's suppose I got that answer wrong, or let's suppose that I didn't know what I was doing. I just got a lucky guess, or I just saw that problem and had no idea. I hit more instruction, and then I view the instruction. Now, the instruction comes a couple different ways. It could come as a text, and this text is exactly like the textbook that you see, that the links I gave you, I should say. And it'll give you an example, and then you can continue, and then it'll give you another problem to try. Okay, so let's suppose we get that one right. Okay, so we get it right, and it goes directly back to the questions. Okay. Now we're going to add these two polynomials together. Let's suppose I don't know what I'm doing. I do more instruction. It gives me a video. Okay. Sometimes there are videos that are provided. Sometimes there are texts. If you have a lot of trouble, then you actually get videos after a while. Okay. I also provide videos, and I'm going to provide those for you once we get going tomorrow. That will explain a lot of this stuff as well. Most of the videos I'm going to provide you are embedded into the documents that I'm going to send you, my notes. Okay? And in my notes, what I have is I have some documents that are typed up, and I have some problems that are worked out on a PDF file. So you should look at those before you actually start the assignment, okay? Because it will help you significantly. When you watch these videos, have a paper and pencil with you and write down notes just like it's a regular class, because this, in a sense, is like our class, okay? All right, so now, make sure if you have any questions to contact me, okay? And make sure to check the news item in your D12 file tomorrow, because I will have some supporting information for that first assignment, that first week's assignment, okay? And in the meantime, have a good day.